are doing it. We are doing it. We have done it. We more than are doing it. Carrying too much stuff around in my pockets. Thought about wearing a coat. Coat might have been a smart move, but I didn't wear a coat. Wow, look at all these people hopping on a Thursday night. How exciting is this? How exciting is this? A bonus edition of Coffee with Ken. A bonus nighttime edition, although it is only 6:28 my time, because my time is mountain time. New job is going great, thank you, EJ. I still have, for anyone wondering, my watch set on Central Standard Time, which says it's about almost 7:30. But I've been in the mountain time zone for just over a week now, and I'm starting to get acclimated to the time zone. I think I'm getting acclimated to the mountain air. Still amazed and still somewhat disoriented, if you will, that I live in such a beautiful place, at least for the next 5 months. And still thankful for the blessings that I have and for the beautiful scenery that is all around me. And I'm going to try and pick up the phone and giving you the tour. And I'm probably going to say hello. And you see smoke. It's not smoke, but it's steam billowing out of the springs here in Yellowstone. Let me see if I can put my phone back. Relax a little bit, talk a little bit. Thank you, Joy. I don't know if it's Joey. It's probably Joey. It's a beautiful view. But good evening to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It's a little show I've done for quite some time. It's a show I started, it'll be 5 years ago in June, so in the next few weeks. Can we meet the roomies? No, not right now, and only one's pretty quiet and shy, and the other one's going to be gone in 2 days, so maybe not. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for just about 5 years. It's a show about me talking and sharing some feelings, sharing some experiences, sharing a little bit about life. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just well, because I do that, I'm going to give it a quick spin and act like it was God sending me a message. Maybe I should get a different view. Maybe God is telling me to turn my camera this way. Which view is better? That view or that view? I don't know. We'll go with this view for a little while. I'm going to stack up my wallet and my rock and hope that makes a good... There we go. That's kind of nice. What do you see back there? I mean, you see mountains, right? I don't know if you can see that mountain. I don't know. Looks kind of pretty. But anyway, it's not just a show about me talking. For those that have been watching a while, you know it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And since I have this book here, maybe we'll talk about it shortly. It's by John Grisham. It's called The Appeal. I read 57 pages in the first couple days I was here, but I have been so crushed with work. Do you guys like this angle or the other one better? Marketing Ken is the road would be a big money maker. So what's the story for the night? I literally just found you. I'm a real estate agent in Colorado. What are you doing now? Do you still sell real estate? I apologize. I did literally just find you. We can answer all your questions in due time. Great meeting you today, Bennett T. Jerry. But anyway, let me get to the coffee before it gets too cold. I took a little chance today. I worked the morning and lunch shift here at the restaurant in Yellowstone. I feel bad. I think we could do better than on the view. I don't know. Maybe it's prettier than I'm giving it credit for. But I don't know. It's more spectacular than you're seeing. So we'll just go like that. We'll kind of go like that. Ken Zanger. hopped on. Guy from high school, friend from high school. That's so cool. But anyway, this show I've been doing a while. And it's a show about me talking, but it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee, and I took a risk. I went to the cafeteria, the employee cafeteria here where I'm working out in Yellowstone, and the coffee was dry. So I went in, which is connected to the nicer dining room where I work, and I went in sandals and socks and a sweatshirt and jeans. Fortunately, no management was there. But several employees saw me and go, "Hey, what are you doing here? Just making us jealous that you're not working today?" And I go, "Exactly." No, but I said I'm actually here for a cup of coffee, and I didn't want to have to pay for it, and I knew we'd have it. So I grabbed a cup, and I'm excited to have my first sip tonight. And I hope that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Mr. Lamas wants to know how my kids are doing. My kids are doing great. I FaceTime them twice a day. I teared up today. I was doing it in the cafeteria tonight. Little Augie and little Eve were stuffing their faces with various things, and their mama was loving on them, and they looked happy. And little Augie always blows me some kisses, and usually enjoys hanging up on the FaceTime. He has the courtesy, my 3-year-old son, to blow me a kiss, and then he reaches for the off button. He thinks that's pretty funny, and he knows the sooner he hangs up on Dad, the more likely he is to get YouTube and Sesame Street on Mama's phone. But I miss him a lot, and I FaceTime him twice a day, and it's tough. That's the toughest aspect of where I'm at. Second toughest aspect would be the crazy number of hours they have us working. And again, I'm just in training, and in the last 3 days, I've worked maybe 40 hours. And now I'm through training, and I'm working tomorrow at lunch and tomorrow at dinner, and working 2 shifts on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then 1 on Monday, and then I get 2.5 days off. And although I'm looking forward to 2.5 days off, I'm going to have to find something to sink my teeth into here in Yellowstone. In a perfect world, I would work 6 days a week, probably 1 shift a day, and I'd make plenty of money. Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. You?
Doing my show.
There you go.
Coffee with Ken. Subscribe. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube,
Okay.
even Facebook.
Look it up.
I had a bunch of people. A bunch of customers. And I think it's interesting because we get customers from all over the country, all over the world even. And our name tags have our name on it and where we're from. Obviously, mine says Ken, Illinois. And people always want to know my story. And if it's slow, I like to sit down and tell them. And if it's really slow, I break out my phone and show them a picture of me and my scooter. Because they can't believe that I rode a scooter from. I'm having a great time. Try this. Hearing some people talk about lagging. I'm going to try and turn it off, the Wi-Fi I'm on, and just go on my cell, and if that works better. Hold on, everybody. La, 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 in the merry old land of Oz. Oh, ho, 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 ho. La-dee-da-dee-da. And now I'm off the Wi-Fi. That signal is fairly weak. And we'll see how my Wi-Fi goes, or my cell connection goes. But apologize for any lagging. We're doing the best we can. And Nick Wills 5 is sending me a request for something. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what anyone wants to request. I don't have any real desire to go live with somebody else. No, I don't. So yeah. Okay, it's better. Well, okay. I had somebody reach out to me that says they package coffee out of Denver, Colorado. And they said, hey, we should make a coffee with Ken brand coffee. Yeah, that sounds fun, and maybe it'd work. And obviously, it would fit with my coffee theme. But got a woman standing over there. She's right there. She's wearing headsets, so maybe she can't hear me. But anyway, my focus continues to be, and probably will continue to be, and I don't even know when it'll stop continuing to be, on growth. And I get a little inspiration from the movie Social Network, where I forget the guy's name, was telling Mark Zuckerberg that they got to find sponsors. And Mark Zuckerberg looked at him and goes, "We don't even know what it is yet. All we know is that it's cool. And if we're trying to sell Doritos, it's not going to be cool anymore." And that's kind of the way I feel about my Coffee with Ken show. It's growing. We're probably at about 50,000 followers on 3 different platforms, just over 50,000 now. And it continues to grow. And sure, I need to make money. Jackson, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing?
Drinking some coffee.
A coffee? What time is it?
I don't worry about that. I'm on a live thing right now doing my show. Do you want to be on camera?
Yeah.
Jackson's not shy. He's a guy I met my first day here. Come here, Jackson.
What, are you famous or something?
No, I'm almost famous. That's
Hey.
Jackson. Where are you from, Jackson?
Oh, Chicagoland.
How long have you been in Yellowstone?
Oh, a month and a couple weeks probably.
And what's your favorite thing about working here? And you can't say your girlfriend. He's got a girlfriend. He's a charmer. He's, what are you, 20, 21?
20.
And he's a charmer. He's super outgoing. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Look at that hair.
No, she's the best part,
But second best
probably
part.
this view.
Yeah.
I like the job. The job is super sweet. This is just a sweet place to work.
Jackson's a great guy. He works hard. He's busts his butt all the time, and that's actually how I met him. He was cleaning a table that I was sitting at and loitering.
Thanks.
So he's a great guy. So thank you
Hey.
for hopping on.
No, thanks for letting me say hi. Hi, guys. I'll see you later, though. Dude,
That's Jackson.
I love the birds, too, man.
Yeah, thank you. You do got to get some.
I don't know. I don't have any sandals. I don't have any hiking boots. I don't think I'm made to be out here yet.
Get some bear spray.
Oh, I got a couple.
Do you? You going to give me one?
I could. Do you need one?
Absolutely. You don't have to give me one. I could get my own.
Well, the hotel.
Has extras?
But yeah, people fly out and they can't fly with spray.
Well, if you could score me one or whatever, or tell me who to talk to, because I'm too cheap to spend $30.
No, yeah, everybody should be too cheap to spend $30 on that. I'll see if I
Yeah.
get you one.
All right, please do. Bear spray's a must-have in this area, and we have Awesome Hill right behind my dorm, and with some hiking paths. And I'd like to do more hiking. I'd like to be fit. I'd like to stay in shape. I'd like to keep good habits ingrained. And do I see myself as a father figure to Jackson? No, I don't think so. I mean, he's just a good kid. I mean, I'm older than him. I'm old enough to be his father. But outside of that, I would hardly think I have a fatherly son relationship with Jackson. But anyway, got to get me some bear spray, and it costs like $30. And when they're leaving the hotel, people tend to turn in their cans because they expire. And if you live in Illinois, what the hell are you going to do with a can of bear spray anyway? But I think it is a must-have, and I would like to be able to explore a little bit on my own. And I think it's, there's always danger. And I think, honestly, the odds of getting eaten by a bear are probably less than me having issues on my scooter or what have you. But still, I'd hate to be out on a hike and run into a large grizzly bear or even a smaller black bear and not have any bear spray. So I'm going to drink a little coffee. But anyway, I am looking forward to my evening, and I do not know how much I have already. I was talking real quickly about the guy with the coffee brand and about growth of whatever Coffee with Ken is. I'm intrigued, and if he wanted to put it together and it was a quality product, I would love to have a Coffee with Ken coffee brand. But again, I'm focused on growth and, I don't know, hopefully putting on some worthwhile content and some fun content and some silly content, and hopefully content that matters from time to time, whether it be about mental health or, again, relationships or financial ups and downs or careers or Yellowstone or life or what have you. And I just wanted to hop on this evening because it's a beautiful night. I got it off. I had a great night's sleep last night. And just wanted to say hi on such a gorgeous night. Again, I think the temperature here, it says it's like 45 degrees, but I'm sitting in the sun and feel really warm. And I don't know what it is about being in the mountains, but it always feels a lot warmer than the temperature says. And that might be all I have for you. And if nobody has any great questions, I'll let you go. Or I might just sit here and chill and drink some coffee until somebody asks me something. There were some questions earlier. Everyone asks the questions during my introduction. Hello there, closer to the sun. It could be that it's closer to the sun. I mean, I don't think the proximity to the sun is much relevant, but I do believe the lack of atmosphere, the less atmosphere we have between here. Is it awkward with roommates? That's a good question. Good to see you in the PM. Well, thank you, Kelly. Where to next? I don't know where to next. I have another 4.5 months here. And I certainly don't know where life's going to take me in 4.5 months. My goal is to get financially a little better footed, to pay my cover my responsibilities, to put a little money in the bank. In a dream, I'd save up enough money to buy a kick-butt RV or something like that and be able to go where I want to go. I was talking with a realtor, a guy from Birmingham, Alabama, and I told him I was a realtor. He asked what my story was. And he sells real estate right now. I'm in a low point, and that's why I found you. Are you still doing it? I like my approach. I don't know if you should like my approach. I'm no longer selling real estate. If you like the approach of no longer selling it, you will love my approach. I think I worked hard as a realtor. And again, I did it for 17 years. And I probably worked harder. I don't want to, whatever. But I tried pretty hard. And I thought it was for me. And I thought I'd be great at it. And everyone said, oh, you should be great at sales because you like to talk and people like you and what have you. But I did fairly okay. And it's fun because I'm no longer in the business. I can talk more freely about the numbers. I probably averaged 75 grand over the last 5 years I was a realtor, something like that. And which is good, but it's not great. And I think if I would have chosen any other career path and worked 17 years at it and worked hard, I would have been making more than that. And I realize that life isn't about money at all, but you do have bills to pay, and I'd like to pay them in a way that I feel I'm contributing to the world in some positive way. Hello, Tommy John. And honestly, I feel I'm contributing to the world in a positive way just by doing this show. And I think the world pays you by the value you contribute to it. And people don't always agree, but that's kind of my thought. And I think because I think this show has value, and because I'm not out there selling it, and because I'm not begging people to watch because it's not for everybody, yet people keep watching, and my audience keeps growing, and the views keep growing, and the revenue it generates keep growing, and the opportunities I have keep growing. And somebody reached out to me today to put Coffee with Ken on a brand of coffee. Because of that, I think this is my calling. But in the meantime, I have responsibilities to take care of and a roof I got to put over my head. And if I can do it in Yellowstone, God's smiling on me. God is smiling on me. And again, I'm right across from the restaurant where I work at, right at the right out on the patio of the hotel across the way. I've got mountains over there, and I don't know. It's just a pretty cool experience. What's the best entree at our restaurant? Honestly, I haven't really sampled any. They haven't really done many samples. I would bet the New York strip's the best. I haven't had it, But if I was going to be here and price wasn't an object, I'd be ordering the New York strip because I like steak a heck of a lot. For lunch, I'd probably get this fish tacos because there's 3 of them and they're fairly big and they're fairly meaty. But for dinner, I'd get the New York strip because it looks darn delicious. I'd say the food's pretty good over there, and the restaurants run fairly well. I think generally they have a hardish time staffing out here. Is it a party in the dorms? It's funny you say that. There's a couple dorms that are more populated with younger people. And I was telling a nice young woman, and again, I'm probably old enough to be her dad, and she's kind of cute. And I told her where I lived, and she said, "Oh yeah, that's where they put all the old people." And I go, "Huh? It's the last time I'm going to run your food." But she's right. But I like it that way because ours is a 24-hour quiet hour, and so it's fairly quiet all the time, and you got people working various shifts and trying to catch up on sleep whenever they can. So I'd prefer it to be quiet and respectful and clean over crazy and fun and out of control. What's the biggest tip I've got at this restaurant? I've only really worked 2 or 3 shifts, so not that big. And haven't had that big of bills yet, and I've just been training. But I don't know in my life what the biggest tip I've gotten. I don't know. So, keg party. I don't know. I don't think the company that hires us all encourages much extracurricular activities in that sort of partying way, but they don't discourage it as much. Obviously, we have an employee pub. I told the young lady I work with that I was going to go do my show, and she was begging me to do the live show from the pub. I don't know if I want to do that. But I probably will at some point, because you might get bored of seeing this mountain and want to see some little more activity. But I don't know. Let's have a little more coffee. I can hear the piano playing inside the map room, which is a cool, mellow kind of bar, hangout, lounge area attached to the hotel where I'm working. And they play piano at night. And last night after I got done with work, I went there to read and edit some videos and started drifting off to sleep, and ended up drifting off to 7, and it felt so good getting a good night's rest. But I feel a little frisky tonight, and felt like being out and about and getting some coffee and maybe stopping in the pub and seeing what trouble is happening there, and still getting home at a reasonable hour and getting a good night's sleep because I'm working a lunch shift and a dinner shift tomorrow. And going to do it again on Saturday, and I'm going to do it again on Sunday, and only work 1 day on Monday. We're taking a tour to the Yellowstone Hot Springs, which is just outside of Yellowstone, I believe. And there are those sulfur pools, and that's going to be on Tuesday. And the recreational department's taking us there and taking us in a van or a bus. And we're going to go in and soak our bodies in that hot water, and oh, that sounds so good to this sore man right now. I'm looking forward to that on Tuesday. Do I have to tip out? I wouldn't say I guess I have to tip out, but that sounds so negative. I have people working in hard and contributing to it, and we have server assistants that bust their butt and serve water and clean the tables and do a great job. So I wouldn't say I have to tip out. I'm fortunate to have server assistants. And obviously we got bartenders making our cocktails. Yeah, I get to tip out. I have bartenders making our drinks as well. And yeah, it's not a big deal. I don't even know how much I made today. I don't even know how much I made today. And I'm not even worried about it. I think one of the keys to being a waiter, because I've done it, this is my 4th stint, and I think I used to get uptight if I had a good night or a bad night. I think if you go in, you have a good attitude, and you work, it's going to average to pretty darn good money. But I think if you go in and you get bummed out because you had a bad table or a bad night and you didn't make as much as everybody else and it ruins your attitude and you bring that bad attitude to work the next day, you're gonna... I'm just gonna get rid of Mr. Lamas. Mr. Lamas is always asking me too many weird questions. Hey, Mr. Lamas, I don't want you around anymore. So he's gone. All right. But he might come back. We might bring him back. We might not. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I think having a good attitude when you go into work is key. And I think if you go in and have a good attitude and don't worry about how much success you have on a given night or a given moment or a given table or a good table or a bad table, I think you're going to do pretty well. And so I don't worry about how much I got to tip out or how much I made today, because I know I'm going to work 2 shifts tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm probably going to make $1,000 in the next 3 days, which is pretty darn good money. And I'm fortunate to be in a position to be able to do that. And I don't know, fortunate to be able to work in a beautiful place and make good money and live for very reasonable and talk to you guys after my shift and drink some coffee. Should be a rule, no honking in Yellowstone. But anyway, it's Thursday night, and I appreciate you guys for hopping on. I really do. And I appreciate you for following along in my story and joining me when I'm drinking some coffee, and whether it's in the morning or at night or wherever I'm shooting it from, hopping on and engaging with me, and again, just being part of the story. So want to say thank you to you. I appreciate you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're drinking coffee. Hope you're loving yourself. Hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.